Good morning, guys. Hope everybody's doing well as always. So, in this video, I wanted to actually discuss book descriptions because book descriptions are super important. Like, a lot of people tend to, when they write a description, they just talk about the book, right? What's inside the book, and just try to give the prospect a bit of an idea of what the book is about. But this is the wrong way to go about it. A book description is what actually gets your prospect, your browser, to add to cart. So if you don't have your book description written in modern format, which is essentially your sales copy, right, then you are going to make less sales. It's just that simple, period. So let's first backtrack a little and discuss the customer buying journey. So when a customer goes to Amazon and they're looking for a specific book, specific genre, whatever, they type in a keyword. So this is where your keyword strategy comes into it. This is how we get found, right? So they type in a keyword, and then they're presented with a catalog of books down the page that relate to that keyword. So the second part of the customer journey is to scroll through this page, and then what catches their attention, guys? It's the covers, right? So again, you need to ensure that you have an attention grabbing cover. Now, the next part of the customer journey is they look at the cover, they go, that looks nice. They read the title, right? And once they read the title, if it's catchy, they will click on it. And then what do they do, guys? They go in and they read the description. Now, this is the point where they decide to buy your book or not, right? So far, it's just been interest. This is where they get sold on the book. Now, it's so important to ensure that you have a really rock solid description structure. Okay, so you do want to put in your descriptions, you definitely do want to put what the book's about, like a bit of the internal. And this is how we do it, guys. We will put a headline, right? So this is, again, is an attention grabbing headline, and it ensures that the customer wants to continue on and read the rest of your description. So without that headline, that customer might just bounce off that page right away, right? So make sure that you have an attention grabbing headline. Then the next part of the structure is the synopsis, right? So actually what the book is about, okay? And then excuse me. And then we have a sneak peek, so an actual look inside the book, and often we do the most popular part of the book, right? So just like when Hollywood create a new film and they bring out a preview, right? It's often the best parts of that film that are put into that preview. So when we put our sneak peek, we ensure that we put the best part of our book into that preview. And then right at the bottom, guys, once they've gone through this is where we really pull on the emotional strings, because humans, we don't buy through logic, right? So far, it's all been logic. This is what's in the book. This is a sneak peek. How cool is that? And now it's time to really hone in on the emotion of what this book can offer them, because no one is interested in your product. They're interested in what your product can offer them. Okay, so in this section, you really need to figure out what this book will do emotionally, whatever your book is emotionally, for that potential customer, and then really knuckle down on it in this section, right? And then right at the end, add a call to action. So I'll give you an example. Our books, the books that we work on, are old classics. So our potential prospects are essentially people that are really into these old classics, right? So we really knuckle down on explaining that this is original text, original classics. We talk about how good of a gift this would be to somebody for a birthday or whatever. We also talk about how great of an addition this would be to their bookshelf. We talk about all the things in our description here that will offer them something, right? That will give them satisfaction, that will give them that feeling of euphoria, right? So we put all of these things inside of our description at this point. And then right at the end, and you got to be careful with this part, we put a call to action. Now, we don't want to try to influence anybody directly, right? Because that's against Amazon policy. So you want to put something in there along the lines of like, if you add to cart, if you add this book to cart, my team will have this off to you at lightning speed by the end of the day, or by tomorrow, or whatever, something like that. Probably don't make a claim about tomorrow, but our team will have this off to you at lightning speed. So it's just really a subtle call to action. So after they've read that, they know what's in the book, right? They've seen the sneak peek, they thought that was cool. they read about all of the benefits they will get from this book, and then there's a real subtle call to action, and that's what will make them hit that add to cart button, guys. So this is how extremely important descriptions are. Do not underestimate them. Do not just throw in any old text. Ensure that you have a specific structure to the way that you do your descriptions, and ensure that you really have that emotional connection with your prospect, with your buyer. You need to understand your buyer, guys. You need to understand what it is that they get satisfaction from, and then put this into your description. This will increase your conversions immensely if you do this. This alone, just this little strategy alone with descriptions, will really increase your conversions and sales of your book products. So go ahead, guys, and test that out. Test it out. See, like, even use the structure that I just told you. You go ahead and do that. It's no problem. But it's not going to work, that structure, with every type of book. That structure works for our books, right? But you might be publishing in a different space. So test out that structure, and then if it's not working, switch it around a bit with your new books, or go back into your book and switch it around a bit, and just really rewrite it a few times until you start seeing an increase in conversions and sales on that book. Because the description alone will offer you an increase in conversions if you do that right. Okay. Now, can you imagine that just doing the description the right way can offer you an increase in conversions? Can you imagine if you had a rock solid strategy along every step of the way, when it comes to covers, when it comes to keywords, when it comes to book content, when it comes to publishing into the right marketplaces, when it comes to honing in on your customer correctly, when it comes to understanding your customer? Can you imagine if you had a really detailed way to follow, like a system, right, to follow, that was super honed in on all of those aspects? You would be, you'd be making a lot more sales than you are now, guys. So my company can offer that to you. If you want to actually have a real chat about your goals, and if we can help you to achieve your goals. And guys, like I've said to so many people, this is not a sales call. I want to get on a call with you because it's a better way to really get to the bottom of what your goals are, and if we can help you, rather than just chatting over text, right? And I'm not trying to be rude or pushy or anything like that. That's not who I am. I just truly, honestly, wholeheartedly believe that the best way to get to the bottom of whether we can help or not is over a conversation, a real human conversation, an interpersonal conversation, not a computer generated conversation back and forth. Okay, so guys, if you really want help inside your business and you are ready to take it to the next step and get a system that works, then comment below and we'll set up a call. And that's all it is, guys. It's a call. It's not a sales call. I'm not a salesman and I'm not an internet marketer, right? I know a lot about marketing, but I would not call myself an internet marketer. I don't do that sort of stuff. It's not a real good use of my time, in my opinion, anyway. All right, guys, you all have a good day. Hopefully this helped you out. Go out there and rewrite your descriptions. See you later.